Hello, Philip. It's a
Hello,
pleasure
Simon.
to speak to you both about your new film, Frankenstein Legacy. Now, then, uh, from your own point of view, Michelle, this is not the first time you've done a horror film. What is the appeal of the genre?
Um, I just love a good murder mystery, and I find that all of the characters, especially the female characters, are really strong and intelligent, and I think I just like a good scare sometimes.
Right. Okay. Now, for yourself, Philip, I know that looking at your extensive back catalogue, you haven't done quite so much horror, but Frankenstein's monster,
No,
although you're not playing Frankenstein, you are kind of playing, if you like, a Millicent's monster, if you want.
yes.
So, how do you find, and so many people have played the creature. How have you gone about finding a new angle to playing the creature?
Well, a lot of the creatures in the past were assembled from nothing, whereas this was a man, a human, who has an essence still of a human being somewhere in there. And the rest has been cobbled together, if you like. He's not completely like who was it with the bolt through the neck?
Oh, Boris
Uh,
Karloff.
yes, of course. It's not a completely assembled thing. It's spare parts, really.
So the film is not without its stunts. Philip, you get a fight sequence in this, and from your own point of view, Michelle, you've got weapons, firearms in this, which again you are familiar with dealing. How do you cope with those aspects of the film?
Well, there is always really good people I've found on set who check that the guns, that there are no bullets and that I know how to handle them. So I'm always shown beforehand, especially this one because it was an older style gun. So it's not like a Glock or anything modern. So it's just making sure that you have that time before you're actually on set so that you're holding it in a way where it looks familiar so that the character people believe it really.
And what about yourself, Philip? From because you get a fight sequence in this.
Yeah, well, I've always liked to fight. Um,
Is that Friday night down the pub kind of fight?
exactly. Yeah. No, again, like Michelle, there were people there, fight arrangers, and one or two of the actors had obviously had a lot of experience in fight scenes and sequences. So, yes, it was. I had a lot of help, and I enjoyed them.
Now, the other aspect of the film I was quite interested in, especially from your point of view, Michelle, is because it's a period piece. You get some great costumes to wear in this,
Yes.
but they don't look the easiest to wear. You've got a hat which kind of looks like it's been very securely pinned on, and your outfits, your dresses didn't look like the easiest to wear and run in as well, especially towards the end of the film. Would that be right?
You're completely spot on. That was exactly what it was like, especially with the sequence at night. That was really sort of tricky. I'm used to like running sequences and fight sequences, but in that kind of attire, not so much. But we had a brilliant costume designer, and she just sourced amazing things. I put a picture on Instagram, and my friend was like, "There's an amazing brooch. Like the attention to detail was amazing."
Did you find it sort of awkward to run in then?
It was just a little bit of having to like hoist the skirt up a bit. And the hat, I think at that point, the
Which
hat
you're
was,
no stranger to.
yeah. So I'm kind of, yeah, used to some random costumes and kind of like just, I'm always put in situations where the character, like, I guess Cabaret was another sort of like a character completely different, but the costume was something that was quite tricky, I guess, to maneuver around in.
Yeah, yeah. And from your own point of view, Philip, you're wearing prosthetic makeup towards the end and quite heavy prosthetic makeup. Not easy thing to wear. It's such invasive makeup, if you like.
Yeah, it was 5 hours in the makeup chair, which, yeah, I no longer smoke, I'm pleased to say. Had I been a smoker, it would have been a nightmare. Sitting still for 5 hours. It was, it was tricky, but it was worth it. And I just wish I had £1 for when I told people I was playing the creature in a version of Frankenstein. If I had £1 for everyone who said, "Oh well, you won't need any makeup, will you?"
Oh.
So, I just wanted to go a little bit of a tangent. So while I was doing a bit of research for this, the one thing I did notice for both of you, and it seems to be quite a thing that agents encourage their clients to do, is neither of you are on social media.
Well, I have just joined, but I haven't gone public with it yet. So I'm still on a private account, which I know that I will need to start sharing because I think that's just a way that people communicate now, and and especially the on-set pictures. They seem to be like the ones that people love behind the scenes.
Mm.
Was there a
I
reason?
am.
Oh,
I'm on.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm on. I'm on Twix. Used to be Twitter, now it's X, so I call it Twix.
What was from yourself, for yourself, Michelle? Why has it taken you so long to go on social media? Because you have been famous for so long.
I guess I don't know really. I've always found it would be like a distraction. So I've kind of avoided it until I've realized that it's almost like catching up with like the 21st century. It's like everybody does it and it's just a really great way to share. And I love taking photographs. So it actually makes sense. I don't really know why I've avoided it. I think I just got stuck in the past really and not realized how fun and interactive it is. So it's something that I'm late to the party, but I've made it.
Okay, so finally, then, Frankenstein Legacy horror film. From your own point of view, what are your go-to horror films? What are your favorite horror films, if any?
The Shining.
Yes, good choice.
Definitely The Shining. And The Exorcist. My two.
Okay. What about yourself, Michelle?
I love Suspiria.
Oh, yeah. Dario Argento.
Yes. And what other horrors? Oh, The Omen.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
I say we're getting an Omen prequel coming up soon, this year.
Oh,
Wow.
really?
So yeah, well, if the remake's anything to go by, who knows what it'll be like. Anyway, it's an absolute pleasure to talk to both of you, and could have talked a lot longer. But thank you so much for your time. I wish you all the best with the film, and hope to speak to you again very soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very much.
Bye bye, Simon.
Bye, Simon.